Hi, it's Kamau. Welcome back to my channel. For those who are just joining for the first time, let me please ask you to subscribe. Now, this is part 5 of the game This or That. So I've been doing a series where we're playing a game, This or That. This is part 5. Now, how the game goes, I give you a list of 12 pairs of words, and then I choose one from each pair and tell you which one I prefer and why I prefer it. And you, of course, will tell me what you prefer and why in the comments. So let's begin. Number 1, coconut water. Do you gulp it or you need a straw? I actually need a straw. I know Caribbean men especially take great pride in being able to just put the jelly coconut to their head and just one gulp and it's done. They don't remove it from their head till it's done. They take pride in that. My tummy is very tiny. I just have a little sack like a baby tummy. And so I can't drink anything I can't drink too much or eat too much of anything at once. I have to take a little sip and let that find its way through, and then I sip some more. So I actually want a straw, unless you're gonna pour it into a cup and then I sip and sip and sip. But if I'm on the road and I buy a jelly coconut, I'm gonna prefer a straw, right? Number 2, so the question is, you just made love, do you shower or do you sleep? Now, I know in the movies, we're watching movies and the couples make love and then they cuddle up and they go to sleep, right? In real life, however, that's not very practical to do. I'm sure you can vouch for this, right? That's not very practical to do, particularly if you live in the tropics. Now, I don't know about you living in the temperate lands, in the colder lands, but in the tropics, when you make love, actually we don't make love, we wrestle. Okay? Let's call it what it is. Making love is a misnomer. I don't know who even came up with that term. In the tropics, we wrestle. No. You wrestle in the bedroom and you rest, and then you wrestle in the living room and you rest, and then you wrestle somewhere else, maybe the kitchen, wherever, and you rest, and then you shower, and then you sleep. That's how it goes. So there's no such thing as you make love and then you go to sleep. That does not happen in the tropics. We break sweat. You see, I'm sweating now. It's summer. I just started filming and I'm breaking sweat. So you're gonna see me dabbing, right? So this is what happens when we wrestle. We break sweat. There's no going to sleep after that. You have to shower, cool down, and then you go to sleep. Those who live outside of the tropics, maybe you can tell me how it goes. See, I'm sweating already. I'm gonna need to dab. See, I just started filming. It's noon where I am. I'm in Jamaica. It's noon right now, and you see I'm very close to the window and I'm sweating like crazy, so you can imagine if I was wrestling. Okay, number 3, eating human flesh or starve to death. I'm starving to death. There's no way I'm eating human flesh. No way. This is something I always say. I hope never to be in the position where I have to have that choice. And I hope if I'm in the position where I have that choice, I have the faculty of mind to choose not to eat any human. I've read that, well, I've watched documentaries and so on and read that if you are at a certain point of starvation, you lose control of your faculties and another human being actually starts looking like a mango or like a juicy steak for those who prefer the steak. I hope to never get to the point where a human being looks like a mango to me. I will prefer to starve. I just could not deal with that. I remember when I was little, my big sister she was teasing me. This stands out in my memory so much, and I could not have been more than 3 or 4. And I remember she was saying to me, you know, if it comes to the point where we're starving, you're the first one we're going to eat because you're so fat and juicy. Because I was a plump little baby, and I was. And I remember her saying, "We're going to eat you." And she held my hand, and she pretended to bite my hand, and I was screaming. And I was so traumatized by just this thought of being eaten. And you know, this is something I always say, please never let me be in that position to eat human flesh. And you know, it's a saying, once you taste human flesh, you can't go back. So once you acquire that taste, you know, you're going to desire it more and more. So no, that's a no for me. I want to starve. Definitely starve. Number 4, if you're dead, where are you going, heaven or hell? We all know I'm going to hell, but actually I want to go to hell. Because what I've heard of heaven and who I've seen who are slated to go to heaven, I don't want to be there with them. And who I hear have gone to hell, those are I want to, for example, I know Malcolm is in hell. I know Malcolm X is in hell. I know Dr. Ben is in hell. I know Idi Amin is in hell. Probably down there right now helping the devil to do whatever. I know Desalines is in hell. All my top guys, all my heroes are in hell. That's where I want to be. And you know, sometimes I'm on social media and I see, you know, like celebrities die. And people make these memes, they make these posts, oh my, I know he's in heaven looking down. And even not celebrities, regular people who you know in real life were such terrible beings. And we know this. Corrupt and abusive and whatever, evil gunmen I've seen. And the minute they die, you automatically assume, oh well, he's in heaven, he's going to heaven. I don't want to go to that place with those people. Sometimes I'm wondering when I see these memes with some of these celebrities who die, and you see the pearly gates and you see them all sitting there, and I'm saying, do you even know how this person, have you any idea how this person lived? Did you even do some research or even read even the tabloids? Have you any idea how this person lived, and you're telling me this person is going to heaven? I'm not going. I'm definitely not going. I don't want to go. I don't want to go drink milk and honey for the rest of my days, eternally. No. So I'm going to hell. I'll take my chances in hell. No. Number 5. So number 5 says, if you're on enemy lines, do you want to die or be captured? So it's war, you're in enemy territory. Do you want them to capture you or you prefer to die? So basically your side has lost. That's what they say. Your side has lost. Would you prefer to be taken in or die? That one is actually, that's a tough one. Because my instinct is saying always choose life over death, because there's always a chance. You know, I've watched movies and even real stories of persons who were on enemy lines, and for some reason they either got away to escape or they were rescued in time. So my instinct is telling me to go with capture because I'm still alive. But then I'm thinking, wow, I might be tortured. You know, well, on the one hand, I'm too young to die. I don't want to die. On the other hand, suppose they start plucking out my nails and tie me up and wanting to do all of those things. Would I be able to survive that? That one is a tough one, actually. That's a tough one. I don't know if I could survive torture. Death isn't the worst thing that can happen to you. There are some forms of torture that are actually worse than death. And usually these persons, they are skilled in torture. Wow, I don't know which one to choose for this one. But I'm gonna go with my instinct and say capture. Capture me, I'll see if I can bear the torture. Once there's life, there's hope. So I'll go with the torture. Number 6, grandstand or bleachers. Well, I'm a VIP, okay? Definitely VIP. I'm actually going to be walking in with the champ, in the entourage of the champ, ringside. Okay, so I don't even know why that's a question. Number 7, which pest would you want to be trapped under your sleeping net? A mosquito or a fly? Okay, so let me dab again. It's noon, I'm sweating like crazy, I'm dabbing. Okay, so I'm sleeping. I live in the tropics, so I have mosquitoes to tend with. It's not just the heat. So let's see. Who do I want in the sleeping net with me? A mosquito or a fly? I think I'm gonna go with the fly. I mean, they're both annoying. They're both pests. They both make that same annoying sound. Whichever one is trapped in there, you're going to be annoyed. So I guess it comes down to the danger that each one poses and how ferocious each one is going to be. The mosquito is more ferocious. The mosquito wants your blood. The fly don't necessarily want anything to do with you. You're just stupid and get trapped. The fly just clueless and got trapped. The mosquito was after you, and that's how he got trapped. And he's still after you. He wants your blood. Fly don't necessarily want it. The fly wants food or feces or whatever. He wants to get out. The mosquito wants to deal with you. He not necessarily want to go anywhere else. And they both spread diseases. However, the fly will not pierce you, The most could happen with the fly, he might lay eggs. If you have an open cut, which you're probably not likely to have at the time, but the mosquito will bite you and will penetrate your flesh and get into your bloodstream. So I'm going with the fly. Number 8, dry or gravy. Dry or gravy. So I'm Caribbean, I'm West Indian, I'm Jamaican, I'm going with the gravy. We love our gravy. And make it spicy, make it peppery, make it, if it's jerk, barbecue, curry, pepper, that kind of stuff, that's what we go for. So whether it's on the rice, on the ground provision, whatever, we love lots of gravy. Now, for me, I'm vegetarian, so my gravy will be different from the other Caribbean people gravy, because most Caribbean persons not going anywhere without their meat, and so their gravy going to be based on the meat, right? The meat gravy derived from the meat or for the meat. So that would be the only difference, but I still love my sauce. I love barbecue sauce, I love jerk sauce, I love curry, anything curry. So I love Indian food. Number 9, tissue or hanky. Okay, so I'm going with the hanky. I don't like tissue because it's, it frays after a while, and the microfiber gets into your nose, your nostrils, and make you even sneeze more, aggravate you more. The only thing with the hanky, one might not be enough for what, depending on whether you're using it for, you're sweating or you have a cold and you're blowing your nose or whatever. One is typically not enough. With the tissue, you have a roll, you keep using it. And they both can become very irritating if you have to keep using it. But I'm going with the hanky. Tissue more convenient, yes. Going with the hanky. Okay, so next question, 10, cash or credit? Well, I prefer cash. I'm old-fashioned, I prefer cash. I don't like taking things on credit. I don't like credit cards. I have one and I wish I didn't. But I heard someone say the other day, she was talking about, she lives in the US, and she was saying, if you live in the US, this is based on credit. This society, the economy is based on credit, and it's actually preferable if you take things out on credit and make sure you're up to date with your payments, and that will build your credit score. Now, I don't live in the US. I only travel to the US. I don't really know if that's the case. It sounds kind of logical. So she's saying whether you have the cash or not, it's better to take things out on credit and make sure your payments are up to date, and so they see that you are trustworthy, you are reliable. And we live in the backyard of the US, so our countries in the Caribbean tend to follow suit. So we do have a lot of credit cards. People use credit cards a lot here, but for me, I'm still going with the cash. Number 11, Scrabble or Monopoly. I'm a Scrabble girl, always been. I'm an excellent Scrabble player. I never did well at Monopoly. I always try to get those property on, those expensive property on Park Place, and what's the other one? Boardwalk, was it? Pennsylvania Avenue, those. I always try to get property on those places, but even when I did, I always ended up losing it. I just couldn't figure out a strategy. So, always got my butt whopped on Monopoly. But Scrabble, that's my game. I kick butt on Scrabble. Last question, buried or cremated? I'm going with cremated. I don't want to be buried. I don't want to. Why would you go through the hassles? The person is dead. The person is dead. To me, I'm very pragmatic about things, so. And especially if you didn't care during the time they were here. You didn't give them that lavish treatment when they were here. Why are you going to treat them lavishly when they're dead? When they don't even know, as far as we can tell. They're not even aware. Just cremate the body. You're gonna spend all this money on the casket, whether it's a casket or the vault. Some people hire limousines. The corpse is so well dressed. For some of them, they have never been this well dressed in life, ever. All kind of flowers, and some of them buried in the jewelry. It does not make sense. And they did not have access to this in life. What sense does it make? It just does not make sense for me. So I'm going with cremation. I want to be cremated when I die. So those are the 12 questions. Let me go through the list so that you can make your choices and write them in the comments. So it's coconut water. Do you gulp, or you're a dainty drinker like me, you need a straw? You just made love, do you shower, or you just go to sleep? Roll over or cuddle and go to sleep? Eating human flesh or starve to death? You just died, and they're going to determine your fate. Where do you think you'll go, heaven or hell? You're on enemy lines, prefer to die or be captured? Number 6, grandstand or bleachers? Who do you want to be trapped in your sleeping net? A pesky fly or a pesky mosquito, and why? dry or gravy, tissue or hanky, cash or credit, Scrabble or Monopoly, buried or cremated. Let me know what you think. Write your comments, and I'll see you next time. If you haven't subscribed, please do so now, right now.